Welcome to the TokyoBill Weekly Update, an end-of-week news brief on events in and around Japan. Today is March 22nd, 2025. A spacecraft with Japanese astronaut Takuya Onishi and 3 others docked with the International Space Station. They arrived around 4 a.m. UTC on Sunday and entered the ISS at 5:40 a.m. Onishi will take over command of the ISS and will stay for about half a year, working on tasks including installing a new carbon dioxide removal system. Also, the 2 NASA astronauts stuck aboard the ISS since June were set to return to Earth Wednesday. Their initial mission was meant to last a week, but stretched due to a failure of their spacecraft. NASA arranged their return with a SpaceX craft. In Hokkaido, northern Japan, poor fishing conditions caused by global warming have threatened the salmon population. Researcher Masahide Kaeriyama warns that climate change is harming chum salmon, which compete against pink salmon for food, potentially leading to their extinction within a century. Salmon numbers plummeted from 57 million in 2003 to 16 million in 2024, affecting prices for products like salmon jerky. As competition increases, securing eggs for artificial hatching is becoming harder. Efforts are being made to improve salmon fry survival rates, but global warming's impact makes reversing the decline unlikely. Tokyo's Public Safety Commission has ordered a 21-day closure of an izakaya in the Shimbashi district for placing tables and chairs on the street without permission, violating traffic laws. This is the first time such action has been taken against an izakaya in Japan. The Eiyuya Izakaya's Sanshome branch was previously investigated for similar violations and received over 60 warnings. Despite these warnings, the pub continued to set up tables outside. In a recent hearing, the company claimed it was not a habitual practice and stated that it had notified employees to prevent repeating the practice. Residents, however, have been voicing concerns about street dining obstructing emergency services for years. Japan has many unique train stations, but JR West stands out with the first ever 3D printed station building set to replace the old Hatsushima Station in Wakayama Prefecture. The new structure, made of reinforced concrete and covering 10 square meters, will be printed off-site and quickly assembled within about 6 hours. This method is quicker, cheaper, and flexible, enabling more creative designs compared to traditional construction that uses rigid shapes. If successful, 3D printing could become a common way for JR West to update its aging stations. So, if you find your station replaced with a fancier one, you'll know the reason. 3 decades after the sarin gas attack in Tokyo's subway system, survivors still live with ongoing trauma, and experts warn that public memories of the attack are fading. The original attack on March 20th, 1995, killed 13 and injured over 5,800. Leader of the Aum Shinryoko cult, Shoko Asahara, was executed in 2018, but some still admire him and his teachings, with new recruits being targeted by successor groups through social media. Shizue Takahashi, whose husband died in the attack, fears a similar attack might happen again, and she emphasized the continuing threat from cult followers. And she and other survivors urge people to remember the attack and stay aware of their surroundings. The Japanese government plans to deploy long-range missiles on Kyushu to boost its defense strategy as a response to growing threats from China and North Korea. The deployment aims to enhance Japan's counter-strike capabilities, allowing for quicker responses to potential military aggression, especially related to Taiwan issues and missile threats from North Korea. The upgraded Type 12 anti-ship missile will have an increased range of up to 1,200 kilometers, improving Japan's ability to strike targets along China's and North Korea's coastlines. Deployment sites will not include Okinawa to avoid escalating tensions with China. The deployment effort reflects Japan's commitment to modernizing its military and to reinforcing defense alliances, particularly with the United States. Nissan Motor Corporation demonstrated self-driving cars at its headquarters until March 10th. The goal is to develop transport services using autonomous driving technology within 3 years. The self-driving vehicle, based on the Serena minivan, features 29 cameras and radar, with operations assisted by a remote driver and a security assistant. The test route was about 4 kilometers in the Yokohama area. Part of the test included a reporter reserving a ride through a mobile app, accessing the vehicle via a QR code, and being driven around through public roads. Nissan plans to increase production and start services in a few municipalities by fiscal 2027, aiming for safe, unmanned driving. Manga sales in Japan reached a record 704 billion yen in 2024, boosted by electronic formats. This marked a 1.5% increase from the previous year, and the first time sales topped 700 billion yen. Comics now account for 45% of the overall publishing market. The Research Institute for Publications noted the growth in e-comics is linked to effective advertising and content adaptations. Manga sales surged during the pandemic in 2020, but print sales have seen a decline. Circulation of major weekly boys' manga magazines has sharply declined, some titles seeing a drop of more than half over the past 6 years. In contrast, e-comics surged by 6% to 512 billion yen. Mount Fuji will charge a 4,000 yen entry fee for climbers starting in the summer of 2025, as approved by the Shizuoka Prefectural Assembly. This change follows Yamanashi Prefecture's similar decision to implement a fee. Chiharu Yoneyama, representative of the 5th Stage Mountain Lodge, expects a slight drop in visitors but acknowledges the need for the fee. The new regulation replaces a voluntary 1,000 yen conservation fee and restricts access for hikers who do not use mountain lodges between 2 p.m. and 3 a.m. Yamanashi's fee had already increased to 4,000 yen for its trails, aiming to reduce reckless so-called bullet climbing. Shizuoka intends the fee to also lead to better climbing experiences and less congestion. Land prices in Japan increased for the first time in 33 years in over half of rural areas, reflecting the country's economic recovery. The average land prices nationwide rose 2.7% as of January 1st, with consistent growth driven by inbound tourism and low interest rates. Prices for residential and commercial land also saw increases. Notably, Furono experienced a 31% rise in residential prices, while Chitose saw a 49% increase in commercial prices. The data revealed that commercial land prices rose in 34 of 47 prefectures, largely due to foreign tourism. Japanese researchers are developing farming methods for local marine species in Thailand to combat invasive animals harming the ecosystem. Led by Professor Ikuo Hirono of the Tokyo University of Marine Science and Technology, they focus on the raising of Asian sea bass and banana prawn. The team studied the farming environment and feeding to promote faster growth and a stable supply. Seafood company officials sampled sushi and deep-fried dishes made with the farm species. Hirono emphasized that the methods used are environmentally friendly, as local species don't harm the ecosystem if they escape. He believes this approach will lead to higher prices and hopes for widespread adoption. Tokyo experienced unexpected snow on Wednesday due to a low-pressure system that caused severe weather conditions across Japan. The Japan Meteorological Agency issued warnings for gales, thunderstorms, and high waves. The unstable weather is a result of cold air mixing with moist air. People were advised to be cautious of lightning, tornadoes, hail, heavy rain, snowstorms, and strong winds, especially in the north and west. This unusual snowfall occurs just before the cherry blossom season begins in Tokyo on Saturday. Japan's National Police Agency announced on Friday that it will discontinue providing skirts as a uniform option for female officers after March, allowing only trousers for all officers. This decision is a response to the declining number of female officers opting to wear skirts, as more are assuming frontline duties like responding to incidents and accidents, the agency noted. Some departments have already completely removed skirts from their uniforms. Additionally, the updated policy will incorporate breathable polo shirts for both male and female officers within the summer uniform, according to the agency. Yokohama has been ranked the most popular neighborhood in the Tokyo metropolitan area for the 8th straight year, according to a November 2024 survey. The top 4 neighborhoods, Yokohama, Omiya, Kichijoji, and Ebis, remain the same as last year. Among the top 20 stations, the top 3 are outside central Tokyo. Yokohama has seen an increase in major companies setting up in the Minato Mirai area, and redevelopment near Yokohama Station has improved shopping options. Omiya has gained popularity, especially among young women, due to new shops in the Ekute Omiya Mall. Tachikawa moved up in the ranking, supported by single women and families, due to city improvements and the new Chuo Line's green car service starting this month. Fukui Prefectural University will open Japan's first faculty of dinosaur paleontology in April 2025. The university is in a region known for its many dinosaur fossils, with about 80% of Japan's fossil finds. Students will participate in excavation work and use advanced digital technologies. Prior to its opening, this week, 19 enrolled students created 3D scans of fossils at the Fukui Prefectural Dinosaur Museum. They then used virtual reality to reconstruct dinosaur skeletons from the data. One student from Tokyo found VR techniques challenging but looks forward to studying dinosaurs. Another student said she believes that understanding dinosaurs can benefit both research and the tourism industry. Assassin's Creed Shadows, set in feudal Japan, launched at 12 a.m. on Thursday and gained over 1 million players within 24 hours, according to Ubisoft. The previous game, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, sold 1.7 million units in its first month. Early reviews are positive, praising the game's beautiful world, which features various provinces and accurately drawn cities like Kyoto and Osaka. The game features 2 main characters, the intelligent Naoe and tough guy Yasuke. When the first trailer was released in May, reactions were mixed, especially regarding Yasuke's historical legitimacy as a samurai. Some players also expressed concerns about the option for Yasuke to romance Lady Oichi, sister of Oda Nobunaga. That brings us to the end of news items for the week ending March 22nd. These stories and more you can read at theTokyoBill.com. I've been, and remain, Tokyo Bill. Thank you for listening, and take care.